Hello, my name is Kujets and welcome back to the channel. We now have the full set list for the starter deck 04 Siege Strike in the Gundam card game. Unlike ST01, which I went over that has 2 featured series, the ST04 only has 1 featured series, which is the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. This is a series I recently watched myself, given that the card game was coming out and I've never seen Seed. So I have familiarity with the characters, but I haven't watched Gundam Seed Destiny, which this does not include anyways. So starting off, let's go to the first card over here on Gundams.dev. And everyone should notice, as this is a beta card as well, the Aegis Strike Gundam. It is a level 5, costs 4, has 4 attack and 4 HP. And its effect is Blocker, which means you can rest this character to make it the target of an opponent's attack, which means you can protect your shields from somebody attacking, or you can protect a smaller unit or a different unit altogether from being attacked and let this take the damage for it. Then it has an extra effect when paired with a level 4 or higher pilot. So any pilot can work as long as it's a level 4 or higher pilot. Choose one enemy unit with 4 or less HP and return it to the owner's hands. So this is a bounce effect, whereas you play and if you pair it with something, it will bounce something off the field. I am a little mixed on bounce effects in this game. Just given my One Piece experience, I can't quite explain it yet, but I don't know how strong bounce effects are. Yes, they give you back tempo, but sometimes you may be bouncing something that if the opponent replays it, they might get value. Like say you bounce a Wing Gundam, cause that's a 5 cost. I think it's a 5 cost card, because the opponent played it and they didn't have a pilot. But then you bounce it and then next turn now, they get to play it back along with a pilot. So I think I don't know if I explained it properly, but I feel like bounces give the opponent, or has the chance to give the opponent, a better play against you. But in a lot of situations, if you bounce a unit, you gaining tempo, which is you gaining advantage over the opponent. So I am a little mixed on the bounce effects right now, but I understand and I'll probably get back to it. But anyways, on the Aegis Strike Gundam in particular, it being a blocker and the stage being able to withstand blockers means that this is quite a good card. Its link is actually Kira Yamato, and unlike the previous video, again, try jumping. Let me jump to Kira so you can see the link. Kira is here. He's also from the beta. Kira is a level 4 pilot, which means he activates the bounce effect on Aegis Strike. I mean, it is his Gundam. And on anything he pairs with, it doesn't matter. He will give them 2 attack and 1 HP. But Kira has, whenever you are attacking with the unit he is paired with, you can give one enemy unit, the one you are attacking or a different one, but you can give one enemy unit attack power -2 during this battle. Which ain't, it don't make sense to give it to a different enemy unit because you can only attack one. But if you attack into a unit and you have Kira paired and the body had 2 attack, they would go down to 0 attack. So they would do you no damage. Kira is probably the best pilot available, but you got Suletta and you also have Amuro. And I think 3 of them each have very strong advantages. Kira and Suletta may be a little bit ahead, but you can't put on Amuro because a pilot like Amuro now could actually, when you play Amuro, he could rest this Aegis Strike Gundam, even if it paired with Kira, because it would only have 5 HP. And if you could rest that blocker and swing past it, you gain an advantage. So you cannot count out Amuro as one of the best. So right now it says between Kira, Amuro, and Suletta as the best pilots. But anyways, we were supposed to start with Aegis Strike Gundam. The reason why this is good is not just because of Kira, but because of the stage that comes in this starter deck, which is Archangel, which you can pay 2 resources, choose one friendly unit with blocker and set it as active. It can't attack during this turn. So ideally you attack with the Aegis Strike, then you pay 2 resources with this Archangel to restand it. So now it got in the attack And it can still act as a blocker because you can't block if you are tapped and you are rested. So these 3 cards, which is Ale, Kira, and Archangel, work very good together. And Ale is a pretty big blocker, unless you're fighting Wing Zero. But this is the flagship Gundam for this. Well, one of them. And is a pretty good card. Like, I can't knock it. It's 5/4, 4/4. Got decent stats. Pretty good card. And blockers, like, in the early meta, blockers pretty good. Like, if you was playing against weenies, if you made it to level 5, this can take out like 2 or 3 weenies before it goes down. Let's go on to the next card, ST0402. This is the Strike Gundam. This is Kira's Strike Gundam, and it pairs with Kira. Is a 4 cost, level 2, 3/3. On deploy, which in as you play this card, it don't matter if you got a pilot on it or not. As you play this card, you draw 1 and discard 1. For a 2 cost, that's not a bad effect. You get to cycle 3 of that, you see more cards. But the fact that it's a level 4 kind of sucks. So I ain't sure how I feel about it. I think it's an average card. It got average stats, 3/3. It's not too bad a card. And it pairs with Kira. And at least with Kira, when you swing, you know that the body can lose 2 AP. So you're likely to live at least, you're likely to kill at least 2 things with this before it goes down if you had Kira on it. Let's see now. Next card is number 3. Number 3 is Mobius Zero. I know that this belongs to Mula Flagga. This is one of the first things you saw him piloting in the show. It's a level 3 2 cost. Which in this is a, like, comparing the Strike Gundam, this is a level 4 2 cost. But this got 2 attack and 4 defense. No. Same amount of stats. But there's 1 level lower and has no effect. But it does have a link with Mula Flagga. Mula Flagga is a very basic pilot because he's a command/pilot card. And I can show you him a little later. But this is a pretty good early game card, to be honest. You got 4 HP and could play from level 3 for only 2 costs. I think this is a decent card, to be honest with you. And if you pair it with Mula Flagga, you would get a 3/4 for 3, which is not too bad. I actually like this. I actually like the Mobius Zero a little more than Strike Gundam. But they're both basically in the same class. But you also got to remember Strike Gundam does draw and discard. But I think the level 4 a little too high. Let's see. That was number 3. This one is number 5. So you got to look for number 4. Number 4. We are switching over to EX Burst to see if we find number 4. That's 6. I know number 4 leaked recently. So this is number 4. This is a leak. It came out early, but this is just the demi trainer for the Strike series, which is a 1/1 blocker. Same thing as demi trainer, and the same way about demi trainer. If you with this is a good card. It's a chump blocker, as you would call it in card games or in One Piece. You pay 1, you put it down. This could block and block something. I got 5 attack. At least it save you from getting damage on something else. You could play it on turn 1. Worst case, if the opponent has no base, it could swing into shields and do damage. I like these 1/1 blockers, these chump blockers. Can't remember what it's called. This one is called, oh, there's also Mobius. But it doesn't have a link. Just a chump blocker. So that's about it for that one. That was number 4. So let's go back here to Gundams and look at number 5. Number 5 is also another vanilla card. And as we are starting to notice, like all these star decks got like basic types of cards. Not only vanillas, but it seems like they may all have a 1/1 blocker for 1 cost, level 1. That was what it's looking like so far, because this is the second one we're seeing. I know there's a vanilla at level 2, 2 cost, a 3/2. This is not the same as the GM that we looked at. Let me see if I could pull up Gundams. I want to pull up ST01 so we could do some. I want to pull up ST01 so we could do some comparisons. ST01. So like, you remember how I was saying level 4 2 costs, and then where's the level 4 2 cost? Look at this. So their Strike Gundam is a level 4 2 cost. I just jumping back to this to show you something. It got an effect, but it got 3/3. Whereas When we look at Aerial from ST01, Aerial's a level 4 2 cost with a 3-4 stat line. Which in because Aerial lost the draw 1, discard 1, she got 1 more HP. Which I kinda like, but draw 1, trash 1 is not too bad. So maybe this isn't too horrible, to be honest. Draw 1, trash 1, and right now I recommend playing Aerial, so maybe I should change my mind on the Strike Gundam, but we can see. I guess the 3-3s was bothering me. But let me jump back to, I think, number 5. Yeah, number 5, yeah. Number 5 is Strike Dagger. A 2 cost, level 2, 2 cost, 3 attack, 2 defense. Did the other ST have one of those? Doesn't look so. They had this GM though, a 2-1, 2-2. But yeah, I keep getting diverted. The Strike Dagger. 3-2 vanilla, level 2, 2 cost, 3 attack, 2 defense. It kind of weak, so you probably only get 1 swing, but it can destroy the EX base at the start of the game. And probably not take a hit, but it's just a vanilla. Average card. That was number 5. Do we have number 6? That's number 7. So let's go back to EX Burst and look for number 7. Oh, number 6. So number 6, this is the other flagship Gundam. This one belongs to Arthron and is a level 4 3 cost, 4 attack, 3 HP. Not bad. Aegis Gundam, attack. And it has an effect. The effect is if this unit has 5 or more AP, choose one enemy unit that is level 5 or higher, deal 3 damage to it. This is pretty cool. But you would need any sort of pilot that gives it 1 attack to get off the effect. So like, as long as you get this to 5 attack, it doesn't have to be with Arthron. Choose one enemy unit that is level 5 or higher. Oh, it's only hit level 5 or higher. It's useful, but not that useful. But something cool about it is the unit does not have to be rested to do the damage. So this just does 3 damage to a unit. Any level 5 unit. Like, let's say we had out this Gundam that I do not like, MA form. This is a level 5 3 cost, 3 damage. If this is not paired and you swung with MA form and you attack with MA form and it had a pilot, it would just blast away this. This would just kill this because it only has 3 HP. You could just do the 3 damage to that. It is an okay effect. I don't think it is spectacular because it's level 5 or higher. Don't help you in weenie battles, but I think it's an okay effect. I'll have to see how the game plays out to see how that goes. Which is moving on to the next one. There's another Aegis Gundam. This one also is for Arthron. So I guess after this we'll go over what Arthron does do. This one has Breach 3. It's a level 4, 3 cost, 3 attack, 4 HP. Breach 3 means that if this attacks, let me read it. Breach 3, when this unit's attack destroy an enemy unit, deal the specified amount of damage to on the card to the opponent's shield area. So basically, if this attacks and kills any unit, even if this dies in the process, it will do 3 damage to a base, or it will destroy 1 shield, because shields only have 1 HP. So Breach is something that I've only really seen in green in the early days. Saints Red is like a newer revealed color for us. But basically this has Breach. And it pairs with Arthron. So anything you destroy something, you can do 3 damage to a base. Or destroy one of the shields if they don't have a base. This is a pretty good effect. Strange and interestingly enough, I think it has the same exact stat as well. It's a level 4 3 cost. But instead of having 4 attack and 3 HP, it has 3 attack and 4 HP. And I think I've said it in the previous video about ST01, but I do like when the HP is a little higher because just like in the show, you feel like the mobile suits is just blow up after 1 shot in this game, which I guess does make it authentic. So I tend to like when my units can survive an extra hit, but I don't know how that can change as the game builds out. But yeah, let me go over Arthron right behind this. Breach 3 basically attack, kill a unit. You could do 3 damage to a base or destroy 1 shield. pretty good effect. I can't complain about this one. It kind of tanky if you pair it with a 2 HP. A 2 HP pilot, which Arthron actually is. So let's jump over to Arthron. Arthron is here. And Arthron's a level 4, cost 1 pilot. He gives 1 attack and 2 HP to any unit he pairs with. He has a when paired ability, so he does not have to link. But so when he's paired, he does have to link actually. When paired, if this is a link unit, which means if he's controlling one of his, not Miguel's Jin, if he's controlling one of the Aegis Gundams at this point, which are his 2 link units, you may choose an active enemy unit that is level 5 or lower as its attack target. So what he does is when he links with one of his Gundams, you can attack an active character. This is a very strong effect that came into One Piece, like I think maybe set 4. So I'm quite surprised it came in this early. It is very locked, so he has to link with one of his Gundams, and he can attack active character, which you normally can't. You normally can only attack rested characters. So this is an interesting effect. I don't know how good it is, but I do like pilots that are 1 attack, 2 HP. I'd have to see in action, but like let me say you linked him with this Gundam Aegis, the Emir mode, and you attack something and kill it for 4, and they had a level 5 on field. You can also do 3 damage to that level 5, whether it's active or rested, and you basically gain 2 swings. But I don't know if I explain this properly. I still gotta get better at this recording thing, but I don't know if Arthron is that strong with pilot. But he's a defensive pilot, and I like that with the 2 HP. And this is saying we're gonna test. I haven't really tested the seed stuff myself, so my opinions or takes could be very bad on them currently. Outside of Kira, everybody know that Kira is him right now with all the revealed pilots. So that was but we was at Aegis Gundam, number 7. So let's go to number 8. I think number 8 was Elite. Number 8 was, that's 4. This is 8. So you can see ST04 8. This is a 2-1. This is a level 2 1 cost, 2 HP, 2 attack. So this is the Strikes version of the GM. A level 2 1 cost, 2-2. That's all it is. The Strikes version of the GM. I had it here, right? Right. This is the Strikes version of GM, which I come to realize most of these like vanillas, or even, yeah, let me call them, most of these vanillas have, or all these series have similar vanillas. So everybody got some of the basics. These aren't locked to a specific series or a specific color. So everybody might have a 2-1, 1-2 vanilla. Level 2, 1 cost, 1 AP, 2 HP vanilla card. It doesn't have a link or anything. It's just a basic card you could play on level when you got level 2 for 1 cost. Very good cards in the early game, especially if you're playing against rush decks. So this we'll see play in the early game. That was number 8. I think number 9 is Jin. Miguel's Jin. Imagine I only finished this series like a week or 2 ago, and I do not remember Miguel at all. At all. But anyways, Miguel's Jin. Level 2, 2 costs, 3 attack, 1 HP. It has an effect. During pair, if you have another link unit in play, draw 1. So this doesn't have to be linked from way reading, but you have to have a link unit in, because this just says during pair. It doesn't, but it does say, this is a tough one. This I know I have to ask the judges about. It got, if you have another link unit in play, draw 1. I would think this should have been if you have another paired unit in play, but it says link for no. So I think that's it. And you will have to have another link unit on the field to even get this effect when this get destroyed. And it will get destroyed, because I don't know why you would want to play a 2 cost that has 3 attack and 1 HP. Like, a win could kill this, or there was a card in that I didn't really like. This one, thoroughly damaged. Choose one rested unit, deal 1 damage to it. You could just kill out with an easy command card. Like, Miguel had to be pretty bad that they do this dirty. He has a link, strange enough. And I know that Miguel is a command / pilot, so he's not going to be that good. But this card is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. This might die before you even get to swing unless you link it. And when you link it, if you link it from what you're seeing here, it's still going to only have 3 attack. So you would need to be at, you would need to have 3 resources, which you have to be at level 3 in some form or fashion to even play this and get the link. And you only get to draw if you have another link unit in play. Strike Gundam does draw 1 on deploy for 2 costs. Same 2 costs it would take to play Miguel's Jin. Strike Gundam is much sturdier, but is a level 4. So it has to play 2 turns, or 1 turn depending on if he's the first or second player. But Strike Gundam will go play, let me say 1 to 2 turns after Miguel's Jin. But you get a draw on this card, and man, I'm never going over this no further. Miguel's Jin, this is a bad card. Bad card. ST04 or 9, I won't say in action, I won't see who can play it, but this seems like a very bad card. Unless for some reason Miguel as a command card cracked, this is a bad card. And it can still be a bad card even if Miguel cracked. So let me move on. We went over Kira, which is number 10. We went over Arthur already, so that's good. So now we just have a basic command card. Striker Pop. It is a command card, burst. That way. So if this came out your life and you activated it, if you have no Earth Alliance unit tokens in play, deploy 1 ill Strike Gundam, which is a token. It has blocker, 3 attack, and 3 HP. I don't know if I have that, if it can show you the tokens right now. Don't look so, but it's a token. It can play a token card with 3 attack, 3 HP, and blocker. If tokens get bounced back to hand, they get destroyed. They don't go back to your hand. But if this came out your life as a burst, this is a pretty strong card. Because you just get a 3 attack, 3 HP swinger from on the opponent's turn to the field. If it's not a burst, you have to play as activate main, and it costs 2 resources. So for 2 resources, if you have no Earth Alliance unit tokens in play, deploy 1 sword strike Earth Alliance token. It will be attack power 4, HP 2, and this has blocker as well. That's not bad. You pay 2 costs to get a 4 attack, 2 HP blocker. Kind of weak. It will get blow up, but it will destroy something more than likely. Or if you want to swing with it, a 4 HP swinger is not too bad, and it still got a blocker, which means Archangel can withstand it. Then it has, or if you have no, or you get to choose. So you could choose either a 4 attack, 2 HP blocker, or 1 launcher Strike Gundam, which is 2 HP, 4 attack. 2 attack, 4 HP. So you could either pick if you want a more defensive unit or a more offensive unit, but both will be blockers and both are tokens. So like from burst, this is an excellent card. As a card you play, it's not too bad. Like if you're playing a blocker strategy, I could see this having value as a command card. It's a level 4. But again, you're a pretty decent unit on the field. So like in the early meta, you could see people playing this card. This striker pack, this look pretty good. I have, for early meta as a command card, this is a pretty sweet command card. It's not a half pilot, so that's about it. Let me move on to number 13. Number 13 is the Hawk of Endymion. This is a command card, but it's also a pilot card. So this is called as Mula Flagger, and he only gives 1 attack to whatever he pairs with. Sorry. So as a pilot, this is just a 1 attack, 0 HP pilot. Doesn't do much, but is also a command card. Command card main and action timing. So if you activate this, choose 1 enemy unit with 3 or less HP, return it to the owner's hand. For 1 cost level 2, returning the 3 cost to the owner's hand is not bad. Like, let's say you were playing against a Weenie deck and you are going second and they drop down a Zaku. You could play this next turn if you have. It'd be better to play a unit normally, but if say you don't have a unit, you play this, you could bounce that back to hand. With those aggro decks that I found, they could build units fast. If you could bounce back one for cheap and maybe still got the energy to play a different card, this Hawk of Endymion isn't too bad. The Mulaflaga pilot being a pilot is neither here nor there right now, but I think early game this is pretty good. Late game, not so good, but you can find uses for it, like bouncing a tree or less. Like if say you want to bounce a blocker, you could bounce well, not the eel strike unless it was already damaged, but the weaker blockers that I'm not seeing any right now. That could bounce a demi trainer. So let's say I played my demi trainer for 1 late game, and you have Hawk of Endymion, you could actually bounce back my demi trainer, and that would actually be a good tempo play for you, because then you could swing past and swing into my life or whatever. So I don't think there's a bad command card. There's a good one that we'll probably play. I can't really got much complaints about it. I still a little iffy on if bounce that good in this game, but I think this one is actually pretty good. Next is the next command card, and it's also Miguel Ayman. The same person I cannot remember at all, but I assume this was from very early in the picture. At least from what I think I saw people in Discord discussing. So he just dead early. Zaf coordinator. He's a +0 attack, +1 HP as a pilot. So Miguel is... Command pilots suck. And you put Miguel on the Jin gets 2 HP. This is a bad card. Miguel is not that good. Let me see what the commanders do. Main or action step. Choose one friendly unit that has a level that... Let me start with choose one friendly unit that is level 2 or lower. It gains first strike during this. It gains first strike during this turn. So first strike means that when you attack, your damage goes through before the opponent hits you. Normally, when you battle in Gundam, both attacks hit at the same time. With first strike, it means that you could hit that body, and if they die, they can't hit you back. If they do die, they will hit you back. But the thing is, this is like for a level 2 or lower unit. Is the Jin level 2? Oh, thank God the Jin is level 2. But then if you play as a command, you can't link it. So it's like, ugh. But I don't think giving a level 2 unit for a strike is that good. I really don't think so. For a level 3 card, nah, this card, I just say this is pretty bad, but early game, somebody might play it. Somebody might find a way to make it look good. Who knows? I'm pretty sure it went over Archangel, which is card number 15, the second last card. But just so you know, you could pay 2 resources to set 1 blocker as active. This is really made for the Siege, the Eel Strike, and the Seed in general, because you could just play a lot of blockers. One of your blockers could swing out for 2, get 3 stun, you get extra value of blockers. If you have excess resources in the late game, this just helps you use them up. Great base is a level 3 base, cost 1, 5 HP as standard. Pretty good base. And then for the last card, we gotta go over to EX Burst again. Since that was a leaked card, where did it go? And it was this. This is the Zaf Warship, the Versalius. I remember this shit. This was in the whole show. There's also a level 3 cost 1 base, just like Archangel. But this one now is normal bases. Deploy this card, add 1 of your shields to your hand. I forget that's what Archangel. All bases do this right now. They add 1 shield to your hand to put on the base. 0 attack, 5 HP. And this base has an activate main. Rest this base. Choose 1 friendly unit. During this turn, give it 1 AP. So, basically you pick 1 card on the field and give it 1 AP. Kind of like this, but to a worse extent. This is get all your units 1 HP once this is paired. But it's a level 4 3 cost and not a base. The base, now you tap it and you could give any of your cards 1 extra attack. So like, ooh, it's not going to work how you want it. Actually, it would work. If you tap this base, you can give this 5 AP. Which it will deal 3 damage to level 5 or higher, which is kind of cool actually. And you don't even need to be paired to get that 5 attack. So that could come in handy. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a base. We're getting back to it now. At the end of the day, this is just a base. And I like cheap bases, the one cost bases that just do a little thing. I think this is all right. Like the other one, let me see that I thinking about this heal 1 HP. Ain't not here right now, but it better than this. This is rest this base. All friendly link units get 1 AP. So this give 1 AP, but the unit has to be linked. It can give it to more than one, but it's not often you will have more than one link unit on the field. So like best case, this would give you 0 AP during the turn because you might not have a link unit at all. Whereas this one will give you 1 AP no matter what. As long as you got 7 AP, you could give it 1 AP. So this is a solid base. I could see it being played, especially in the early game. And that's all 16 cards that are leaked or revealed for ST04 Siege Strike. So now that we're coming on to the end, let me show you what I would play if I bought 2 starter decks. And it would be this. So again, let me make the disclaimer. I assuming that if you buy 2 starter decks, you will get 4 copies of every card in the starter deck. So that's how I build this. This is a rough build. Like I've never played the Gundam Siege Strike cards. I haven't really tested with the Siege Strike yet. So this is a very off the cuff double starter deck build I come up with myself. Haven't tested it. I thinking it better than just playing a single starter deck unmodified. So let me show you. I got 4 Ale Strike, 4 of the 2-1, 2-2s. This is the GM for Strike. Playing 4 of those. I playing 4 of the Demi Trainers, the 1-1 blockers. And not Demi Trainer, but the Demi Trainer for this. For Seed, this is the Demonstrator for Seed. I just playing this, 4 of these. Be playing 4 of the Aegis Gundam. I playing 4 of the Bad Strike Gundam that I say don't quite like. That's on deploy, draw 1, trash 1. I think in the early game, even though it's a level 4, it's cycling resources, so it's not bad. Playing 4 of the other Aegis, so Atheron got 8 targets to link with. I playing 4 of the Mobius Zero, which I assume... Well, I actually playing 4 of the Hawk of Endymion, which means I really did believe in this card. Because I bounced in a 3 HP. Bounced in 3 HP or less back to hand, which means I actually do think this card is good. Because I'm playing it at 4 and then I playing 4 Mobius because of that. Because if you play this for 2 and pay Mulafaga for 1, you got a 3-4 swinger. And that ain't too bad if you don't need the Hawk of Endymion. And then on any other target, you just put it on. Like, say you put this on the Aegis Gundam, it's got to 5. That could swing and do its effect. Yeah, I think these are cool. So the Mobius Zero and the Hawk of Endymion. Of course, you're playing 4 Kira. You're playing 4 Atheron. Still don't know how I feel about Atheron, but I got 4. Playing 4 of each base. So the Archangel and the Versalius, I think that's what you call it. Because you got to play 4 base. And I'm playing 2 striker packs. I'm not sure how I feel about command cards that aren't... I can't say that. I don't know how I feel, how much you should run this at, but I would try it at 2. Because it's just a command card. It's still expensive, but it is basically playing a unit for you. Even though it's a token. So actually this could probably go up. Like say you wanted to cut down on Hawk of Endymion, or you want to cut down on this, or even any of these, or say this. This is actually not a bad card to play. Because this is a level 4 2 cost. And it's give you a blocker, whereas this is just give you a cycle. So 2 of these basically play a unit that's similar. And yeah, the Striker Pack and the Strike Gundam play a similar valued unit, but all the Striker Pack units have blocker. And the Striker Pack could come out to burst. And if this come out to your shields, this just dead. This just dies. So maybe I could see people cutting down on Strike Gundam and putting in more Striker Packs. But remember, Strike Gundam could draw 1 and trash 1, so I know. But anyways, this is what I think would work if you bought 2 starter decks and had 4 of every card. This is a deck I need to test myself. I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know how good it's play. So it real early. It's just a trust me, bro, and hope it works. If it doesn't, I am sorry. I will be getting around to testing this later when all the cards on Wing Table or something, so I can get a feel for it. And I am probably going to do these over at the very launch of the game with what I think is actually good. But for now, that's it for me. I can leave all the links for the resources I use in this. I gonna leave all the links in the description for the resources I use. exburst.dev, Wingtable. I didn't use Wingtable today, and what's the other one? Gundams.dev, I think it is. All of those I can leave in the description so you can click them and use these same resources. And I'll see you in my next Gundam video. I ain't know what it can be yet because I don't think ST02 or ST03 have the full set list out yet. So I can go think of what I'm doing next time. But until next time, I'm out.